นี่คือศาสตร์ศิลปะแม่ไม้มวยไทยครับต้องโลกไปแล้วครับชาวต่างชาติเขาศรัทธานะครับวางแข้งแม่ไปทางอุ้ยวางปืนครับไม่โดนครับ
หายใจยาวแล้วเหมือนกันนะครับแครี่เลนครับอยู่ที่มุมนี้นะลูกนี้ครับแม่
โดนซ้ายสวนครับโอ้ยเตะเพลินไปหน่อยครับสวนซ้ายทีเดียวครับหมูหินมองพี่เลี้ยงเลยครับลุกไปลุกครับค่อยๆพยุงร่างขึ้นมาอ้าวฝืนไหมฝืนแล้วครับสติโอ้ยเตะซ้ายเพลินไปหน่อยครับเจอหมัดทีเดียว
โอ้โห
โอ้แตกด้วยหรือเปล่าครับโอ้โหศอกเป้งเดียวครับหลับกาอากาศเลยครับโอ้โห
ไล่เตะเพลินนะครับเจอสวนมาตูมเดียวครับลิเกเก็บฉากเลย
นี่ครับตกใจหน้าเหวอนะครับชาวต่างชาติเพลินไปหน่อยครับโอ้โหกำลังเข้าที่เข้าทางครับอาวุธของหมูหินครับพี่หมอคณิตทำงานหนักเลยครับต้องอาศัยภาพสโลว์แล้วครับคุณวรุษครับเชิญครับ
เอาละครับไปดูนะครับแม่นี่ครับจังหวะต่อยซ้ายครับกำลังเตะเพลินๆครับหงายหลังพึ่งเลย
เต็มขมับครับแม่ไปเตะเท้าซ้ายเขาแก้ด้วยการต่อยซ้ายครับแล้วตอกศอกดอกนี้ครับโอ้ซ้ำไปที่ขมับเดินครับหงายหลังตึงเลยครับดูครับโป้งเข้าไปครับโอ้โหน้ำหนักตัว70-80โลนี่กดเข้าไปอย่างนี้โอ้โหโชคดีไม่แตกนะครับไม่แตกก็มึนเลยครับยังโอ้ยยังกับค้อนปอนทุบหัวนะครับเหมือนแม่แต่ว่าอย่าโดนนะครับโดนทีเดียวนี่ครับมันน่ากลัวอย่างนี้ครับนี่ครับมาแล้วครับชุดเกียรติเพชรครับมานั่งเกาะติดสถานการณ์อยู่ขอบสังเวียนครับ
โอ้โดนมาซ้ายครับหลับแล้วครับลูกนี้
หลับหน้าชุดเกียรติเพชรเลยครับโอ้ตาค้างเลยครับ
โอ้โห
ไก่ทอง
แม่บอกเลยครับหมัดแกสวัสดิ์เฉวียนไปมาครับ
Hấp, hấp, I grew up in a small town, Overbrook, Kansas. That's right in the middle of America, so there's really no Muay Thai. There's really no big cities. I mean, Kansas City, but yeah, I grew up in a small town and there wasn't really much to do but get in trouble. I was a wrestler as a kid, but I ended up getting kicked out of wrestling for being in trouble. Pretty much the first 23 years of my life was just getting in trouble nonstop. What first brought me to Thailand? I was fighting. I was kickboxing in America, and I was like 6-0, 7-0, and I was watching YouTube, and I saw the show Phuket Dreaming about the fight team at Phuket Top Team, and it seemed like a dream. I mean, you could train full time. The bot was like 30 to 1 to the American dollar, and I was super broke, so it was my dream of fighting that eventually led me to Thailand. Okay, so I've been coming to Thailand since 2017, but I've lived in Thailand since January 2018, and started fighting at the local stadiums. I probably have like 10 fights in the stadiums in Chiang Mai and the festivals. Champion at Chiang Mai Stadium. Only lost once in Chiang Mai, and let's see, I fought a lot in Bangkok on Muay Thai Super Champ. I fought at Lumpini Stadium. I fought in Phuket at KARY'S Stadium, which is all the local stadiums in Chiang Mai, Phuket are kind of amateurish level. You can still fight a good guy there, but there's fights every night of the week, so it's more of a business to attract tourism. But fighting in Bangkok was really hard. The toughest opponent I ever faced was a Thai named Posai Pakuporn Soren, and he's the 81 kilogram champion of IFMA 2019. I fought him. I weighed in 75 kg, he weighed in 77. So they changed the weight on me last minute, and he pretty much just pieced me up the first round or two, but the second round I started to push back more, and we collided heads, and I ended up with 14 stitches here, a stitch here, 4 here, and a broken nose. And I really couldn't gain any traction with Posai Lex. He was doing work. So. Okay, so the big thing about training in Thailand, training starts when you wake up. Everything you do during the day is designed so you can peak in the gym, you know? Because you're always run down when you're training. So what I'll do is I go to bed early, number one. I wake up at 4 o'clock. I got some type of sleeping disorder. I guess I love life. I just wake up in the morning, 4 o'clock, start drinking coffee. Sometimes a lot of times I work on my business and do my social media stuff and kind of let my body wake up. By 6 o'clock, we head to the park and I run. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, I run sprints. So what I'll do is I'll run 800 meters in a lap around the park, and then for the last straight, probably 50 meters, I'll run a sprint. And I do that between 10 and 15 times, so about 12 kilos, running 12 kilos a day. Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, I just jog. So straight from running, I'll go to 7-Eleven and get another coffee, because I'm addicted to coffee. And then I'll get some small snack so I can have some carbs in my stomach. If I'm close to a fight, which I am now, I'll start hitting pads right away. if you're not close to a fight in the morning, it's more about long, steady training than it is about you're burning out. So let's say I'm like a month out from a fight. I run in the park, come to the gym, and I do 200 knees on the bag, 200 power knees as fast as you can. Then 200 teeps on the bag. And then after that, I'll do speed kicks. I won't really do any punching in the morning, just all power with the legs, you know, and balance. After the bag work, it's some shadow boxing, calisthenics for about 15 minutes, and then we go into the weights. The way they lift weights here at PK Saenchai, they do shoulders every day. Thais really don't do much legs, but I like to add the squats in every other day. And I don't think squats make the kicks harder, but I think it makes you more stable. And it's harder to knock you off your feet when your legs are solid. So I'll do weights every day. I try to break it up. I try to break it up like shoulders and back one day, legs and arms the next day. But I'm definitely all about pull-ups every day. Pull-ups, dips, pull-ups and dips every day. Then from there, stretching is huge. Stretching is huge if you want to cut down on your soreness. Okay, so right after training, so running in the park at 6 and finishing with all that stuff about 8:30. Then we go right to our apartment, and outside the PK Saenchai, they have a breakfast prepared for us. So you can load up on your carbs, you can rehydrate, and load up on your calories. After that, normally it's just hang out in the room and sleep, you know. Probably I'll eat, and then I'll eat a fairly big meal, and then I'll wait another hour to eat my second meal. It's 2 meals between training and a nap if I can. By 3 o'clock, I'm back in the gym, and I normally start with running. Either way, you're gonna have to warm up in combat sports, or your body's gonna break down. So running, I typically is the easiest thing to do. I'll run for about 15 to 30 minutes, and by that time, my pad holder, Ded Duang, he'll call me over, and we'll start doing pads. The thing about pads in America is it's all technique and combos. It's like a 1, 2, 3 low kick at 50%, and they want it to look crisp. In Thailand, it's all about full power everything. Like if you can see the guys doing pad work, the trainer's calling for power every time, sustained power. So you have to make sure you're prepared for that with what you do between training. So anyway, so it's normally 5 rounds of that. Sometimes my trainer will break it up like he did today. Since I'm fighting in a 3-round fight, he'll give me 3 rounds of Muay Thai pads, 1 round of power boxing, and 1 round of elbows to kind of break it up. And then normally from the power doesn't stop at the pad work, you go to the bag and you throw power. So you can either clinch with the bag, slow knees, or you could do, you know, 100, 200 chain knees. Sometimes what I'll do, if I'm close to the fight, it's all power on the bag. Normally slow, and then explosive. Conserve, explosive. And you try to sustain that for as long as you can, maybe 4 or 5 rounds. Then what I'll do, sparring or clinching. Normally, if I can find one of the Thais that's free, I'll try to pull them aside for clinching. You have to clinch when you're training in Thailand. You know, it's not fun to have another dude grab you and throw you around, but it'll say it. You get humbled in the gym, and it'll save you in the fight. So you have to clinch, you have to spar, and I'm a big believer in sparring and clinching hard and hitting the bag hard. So after that, stretch. Then it's go home, eat, I normally leave the gym about 5:30. So I do 2.5 hours in the morning, 2.5 hours at night. And then eat a small meal about 5:36, and then big meal at 7, and that's it. I won't eat anything else until the morning. What I plan to do when I stop fighting, you know, it's hard to say. Before COVID, I kind of just thought I was going to continue fighting forever. And then all the fights got canceled. And it kind of really put things into perspective for me. Because, you know, Muay Thai was no longer there. So I had to focus on my life outside of Muay Thai. And honestly, what I really want to do is go be a monk in the temple for some time, you know. I want to be what they call a Tudong monk. Lives in the forest. You basically have 2 robes. You live on the edge of, you know, about 1 or 2 kilometers into the forest, and you only survive on your alms bowl. So you only survive on what you collect in the morning. And you know, you really have no teachers. You meditate every day. You chant every day. You live in the forest, and it's such a ancient way of living, you know, and I've always had kind of a passion about deeper things, spirituality. I've got an amulet business right now that I started during COVID. I sell Buddhist amulets and magic talismans created by shamans. And I have a lot of Saenchai tattoos. And me and my girl, we actually started a Saenchai business in Chiang Mai. So I see if I can level up enough in fighting. I would like to open up a sort of a resort in Chiang Mai where we have an art gym performing tattoos. We have a small Muay Thai gym, and we sort of cater to tourists. You know, I would like to have a fight team, but honestly, that's so much work. I think when I stop fighting, my path will definitely lead into the temple more. Definitely lead into me opening a gym or some kind of business to help foreigners who want to come to Thailand and experience the culture. Okay, so my next fight is it's actually next weekend, the 27th of September. I'm fighting on Muay Thai Super Champ, Channel 8 in Thailand. I'm fighting Sansuak Venom Muay Thai. So Venom's a big gym. They have some world champions. They have some good fighters. And right now, a lot of the best Thais are fighting on Super Champ because all the borders are closed. So they can't go to China, they can't go to Indonesia to fight. So the competition's really high on Muay Thai Super Champ. If you guys would like to watch, it'll be live on Facebook and also live on YouTube. If you find the Muay Thai Super Champ page and subscribe, you'll get a notification. It'll be live 7 p.m. Thai time, and I'm the 5th fight, so it'll be fun. You know, I never back down in a fight. I've never been knocked down in a fight, and I'm ready to go all the way at knockout or get knocked out. I just want to have fun and make a good fight that people enjoy. So check it out. I appreciate the support.